Hello. So here's a quick run through of what you can expect to find if and when you sign up to access the Making Change Stick professional learning resources to help you understand a whole range of practical strategies and tools for how to implement lasting improvements at your school. So the program comes in 4 parts. There's an introductory section, which is really a rationale for the program and an overview of what's in it. And then we have 3 sections: make a start, make a plan, and make it happen. So there are 25 chapters in total of practical tools and strategies for how to implement change effectively in your school or setting. The first 2 sections are currently available on the site as of November 2025, and the second 2 sections will be available from January 2026. So let's jump over to the website and see what you will expect to find if and when you subscribe to access these resources. So here's the website. As you can see, there is a picture of the book that I published earlier this year with Hachette Learning, and you can access the first 3 chapters of that book for free if you enter your details into the little pop-up window that opens. Many people have done that already. And there's a try for free section, so there are lots of free resources on the site. The first 5 chapters are free, as we will see shortly, and there's a blog where there are loads of tools and strategies that you can access and practical ideas for how to implement change effectively. There are some video testimonials from people who've been through this program talking about the impact that it's had at their school. Here is the amazing Kat Place, the head teacher of Jubilee Primary School over in Newport. There are some nice things that people have written very kindly about the book. And here's what you might find if you sign up to join this membership. There's a whole range of different resources, as you can see here. I won't go through all of these now. I'm going to walk you through the program in a few moments, which will show you what these look like when you actually access them via the program. So if you click on the try for free section, you will see that the first 5 chapters are free. There's an introduction, and then there are 4 rationale and overview chapters. Taken together, it would probably take about 80 or 90 minutes to work your way through these first 5 chapters. And so that works really nicely if you want to do that as a twilight session with your whole staff, or perhaps just with your senior team to start with, to start thinking about why is it that so few change initiatives achieve their intended goals. What are these ideas that we might find useful from this world of implementation science and improvement science? What's the role of school leaders in making change stick? What are the roles of other people within the organization? And then, as you can see, there are many other resources available for people who subscribe to the full program. And so if you do subscribe and then you go to the members area, you will see 3 tiles. Here's where you can access the full program, which we'll look at in a moment. Here is a resource bank. This will be developed early in the new year in 2026. And this is really to give people access to the tools in such a way that they can draw them down and apply them to particular projects, particular issues that they're facing, rather than working your way through the whole program from beginning to end. And you can request training if you wish, but really all the information that you need is in this program and indeed in the book. And so if you go through to the full program, you will see that it looks something like this. If we start here, you can download 2 important documents to start with. First of all, the facilitator guide. So this is really designed to be a program that you can work your way through, facilitated in school, and it contains everything that you need with videos and the timings and everything. And so if you click on the download the facilitator guide, there's a Word doc which you can edit, or there's a PDF. And so here's what it looks like, and the contents page, as you can see, includes an estimated time for how long it takes to complete each of these sections. Some of them are a bit more in depth depending on how far you need to go with that particular question. So for example, choose your focus here. It could take 15 minutes just to sort of check the decision that you've already made. It could take an hour and a half if you really want to go through a series of quite in-depth processes to help you to decide where is it that you should be focusing your school improvement efforts. And as you can see, phases 2 and 3 are currently in development. They will be coming out in January 2026. And so if we dive into the program, let's go to, for example, this looks like the start of a new chapter. This is chapter C. So the chapters in the rationale and overview are lettered A to D, and then there are 1 to 25, the chapters in the full program itself. And so as you can see here, 0 to 1 minute. The facilitator does a very quick introduction. In this chapter, we're going to look at some of the key ideas that underpin the Making Change Stick program. Let's dive in. And then you press play on the Chapter C video. And then this italicized text, this is the narration, this is the content of that video, which I'll show you in a moment. So you don't need to really worry about this stuff too much. It's just really there for your records. And then there are some quiz questions. The answers to the quiz questions, of course, are in the facilitator guide. And then there's an exercise at the end of each of these chapters helping you to apply these ideas to your school context. So if we go back to the program, the second important document to download is the playbook. And this is what each participant will work their way through as they go through the program. And you can also have one version of this, which is like the team version, so that you can sort of collaborate and have one shared document that you're all sort of keeping a record of your thinking. Again, as you can see, the playbook is available both as a Word doc if you want to fill it out electronically or digitally as you go, and also as a PDF. And the contents page looks very similar to the facilitator guide. Then there's some introductory information. A playbook is really a book of plays, it's a book of moves, a book of strategies, it's practical stuff, applying these ideas to improving outcomes for the young people in your setting. And then there are a number of exercises. The opening exercise there is, what is the difference that you would most like to make for your learners and why? And then there are a whole range of exercises and space for you to jot down your notes. Some of the key slides from the program are available in this playbook as well, as you can see. And then we go into the program itself. And so here's the rationale and overview section, and here is the make a start section. So this is the first section where we look at assembling a SLICE team, optimizing that team, writing a communications plan, thinking about how to make this process transparent and how to really secure buy-in from people from throughout the whole school community. And so you can see here that there are some facilitator slides which you can download. There's a video, Appoint a SLICE team. We'll just watch the first few moments of this. Welcome to Phase 1, Make a Start. The Making Change Stick program begins with a simple yet transformative idea. You get the idea, and later on, so it's not all just me speaking to camera, there are narrated parts, and so this is, for example, some interview questions that you can ask when appointing your SLICE team. Chapter summary. A SLICE team. Yes, and then at the end of each video there's a chapter summary, and so they vary in length. This one's only 3 minutes long. Some of them are up to 9 or perhaps 10 minutes long for the more in-depth chapters. Then here's that quiz again, and so you can fill this out as a group. What's the primary purpose of a SLICE team in making change stick? I think that the answer to that one is B, and then let's just choose some random answers to this one, and then we submit the answers, and oh, look at that, I actually got all 3 right just by pure fluke. And then here's an exercise. So this is a timed exercise. So if you've already appointed a SLICE team, there are some questions for you to think about. What strengths do you think our SLICE team brings to the table? Is there anything that's missing here? Are there any important perspectives that might be missing from our SLICE team? So you work your way through these activities. If you are yet to appoint your SLICE team, here are some different prompt questions for your team. And so that's it. And then that's that same format for each chapter. So there's you download the slides, watch the video, do the quiz, do the exercise, and you work your way through. And the idea here is that this will provide you with a really comprehensive process for implementing a school improvement initiative. There are lots of ideas here, as you can see, 25 chapters to run through. It does take a while to run through it, but I make no apology for that, because the alternative to that is to have a status quo in which the vast majority of school improvement initiatives don't actually bring about even a fleeting improvement to pupil outcomes, never mind lasting, sustained improvements. So I hope you find that useful. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a shout.